Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Aris cooking channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to cook an absolute British classic, fish and chips. We're talking a perfectly golden, crispy batter on the outside, with flaky, tender fish on the inside, alongside those incredible, steaming hot, crispy chips. This is the real deal, the kind that transports you straight to a London pub. We're going to go through it step by step, so let's get started. Can you just imagine it? Sitting down to a plate of perfectly fried fish and ultra-crispy chips, just like you'd get on a street corner in a classic British neighborhood. Well, stick around, because I am about to show you exactly how to recreate that amazing experience right in your own kitchen. You won't believe how easy it is to get that authentic flavor. I'm so excited to share this with you. In this video, we'll be using simple, everyday ingredients, but we'll combine them with traditional techniques and even a few secrets I've picked up from British chefs. By the end, you'll be making restaurant-quality fish and chips that will blow your family and friends away. First things first, let's talk about the chips. Or, as some of you might call them, fries. The potato is king here. I'm using some lovely Maris Piper potatoes, but russets work great too. We're going to cut them into fairly thick sticks, about 1/2 inch or 1.5 centimeters thick. You want them chunky, not skinny. Now for a crucial step. Once they're cut, we need to rinse them thoroughly under cold water. See all that cloudy water? That's starch. Rinsing it away is the key to getting them super crispy and preventing them from sticking together in the fryer. This is a non-negotiable chef's tip for perfect chips. After rinsing, you have to dry them completely. Pat them down with a kitchen towel or paper towels. Any water left on them will cause the hot oil to spit, and we don't want that. Now for the first fry. We're going to heat our oil to a medium temperature, around 150 degrees Celsius or 300 Fahrenheit. We'll carefully lower the potatoes into the oil. These potatoes need a gentle first fry. This initial bath in the oil cooks them all the way through, making them soft and fluffy on the inside without browning them too much on the outside. We'll pull them out after about 5 to 6 minutes, just before they start to color. We're setting the stage for that ultimate crispiness in the second fry later on. Just drain them and set them aside for now. Alright, while the potatoes are resting, let's make our batter. This is where the magic happens. In a bowl, I'm combining plain all-purpose flour, a good pinch of salt, and a little bit of baking powder for extra lift. Now, for the secret ingredient. To make this batter incredibly light and airy, many British restaurants use a very cold light beer or lager. The bubbles and yeast in the beer create these tiny pockets of air as it fries, which results in an unbelievably crispy and light texture. If you don't want to use beer, ice-cold sparkling water works just as well. The key is to use a very cold liquid. Pour it into the dry ingredients and mix gently with a whisk. And I mean gently. You don't want to overmix this. We're just bringing it together until it's combined. A few lumps are perfectly fine. If you work the batter too much, you'll develop the gluten in the flour, which will make your batter tough and chewy instead of light and crisp. Remember, the secret is in the lightness. A gentle mix and very cold liquid. Now, on to the star of the show, the fish. I'm using beautiful thick fillets of cod today, but haddock is also a fantastic, traditional choice. The most important thing is to make sure your fish is completely dry. Pat it down with paper towels on all sides. This helps the batter stick properly. Season the fillets generously with salt and pepper. Now, dip the seasoned fillet into the batter, making sure it's completely and generously coated. Let any excess drip off for a second. Our oil should now be heated to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit in a frying pan or deep fryer. This higher temperature is crucial. Carefully lower the battered fish into the hot oil, away from you. A good, thick coating and very hot oil. That's how you create that instant, crispy crust that seals the outside. This crust protects the fish inside, steaming it and keeping it incredibly moist and juicy. Fry for about 4 to 6 minutes, depending on the thickness, turning it halfway through until it's a beautiful deep golden brown and crispy all over. Once it's done, lift it out and let it drain on a wire rack. Okay, the fish is resting, so let's finish our chips. We're going to crank up the heat on that same oil, this time to about 190 Celsius or 375 Fahrenheit. This second, hotter fry is what's going to make them incredibly golden and crispy on the outside. Carefully place the part-cooked potatoes back into the hot oil. You'll see them transform almost immediately. Fry them for just 2 to 3 minutes until they're the perfect golden brown color and wonderfully crisp. Listen to that sizzle. That's the sound of perfection. Once they're beautifully golden, take them out, let them drain for a moment, and then hit them with a good sprinkling of salt while they're still piping hot. This double frying method is absolutely essential for authentic chips. First, we cook the inside until it's tender, and then we crisp up the outside. This way you get those perfect golden potatoes that are fluffy on the inside and crunchy on the outside. It's simply the best. Now it's time for assembly. This dish is best served immediately on a warm plate. Place your magnificent golden brown fish fillet right next to a generous pile of those crispy, salty chips. A classic presentation is simple and lets the food shine, but we need our accompaniments. A wedge of fresh lemon is a must to squeeze over the fish for a bit of zesty brightness. And of course, you need a sauce. Tartar sauce is a classic partner, but here's a little restaurant secret for that truly authentic touch. In the UK, many people serve fish and chips with mushy peas. Their soft texture and slight sweetness provide a perfect contrast to the salty, crunchy fish and chips. Another classic is a sprinkle of malt vinegar over the chips. It adds a tangy kick that cuts through the richness beautifully. Don't be shy with it. Just look at that. The color, the texture. It's a work of art. Let's get a close-up here. You can see how light and bubbly the batter is. And listen to this. That's the sound we've been working for. That incredible crunch. When you cut into it, the batter shatters, and inside, the fish is perfectly white, flaky, and steaming. A couple of final, crucial tips for you. The magic of fish and chips is in that contrast between the hot, crispy exterior and the tender interior. If you let it sit for too long, the steam will soften the batter, and you'll lose that amazing crunch. So, get everyone to the table as soon as it comes out of the fryer. My second big recommendation is to use fresh fish whenever possible. While you can use frozen, fresh fillets will always give you a better flavor and a much juicier, flakier texture. It really does make a noticeable difference in the final result. So, if you can, head to your local fish market. You won't regret it. And there you have it, authentic, homemade fish and chips that tastes just like it came from the best chippy in Britain. I really hope you try this recipe at home. It's so satisfying to make and even more satisfying to eat. If you enjoyed this recipe and want to see more classic British cooking, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Let me know what your favorite side dish or sauce is for fish and chips. Tartar sauce, ketchup, vinegar, let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next recipe. Cheers!